Evening there, Wallerfried. I should be starting in just a moment. Just sorting out my webcam. Alright, let's put this headset back on. That'll probably do. Alright, this transition is over. Good evening! I hope you're doing fantastically. Alright, let's see what we can get up to tonight. So, how are you doing, Wallerfried? Things good? We can have a flick down through this. Set dungeon, I need to find the rest of the set, so we can't tackle that yet. We could go after Zoltan Cool, that'd be fine. Gom will also probably be fine. So yeah, let's aim for those two, and we shall also aim towards pushing GR30 solo. Konbanwa, is that good evening? I'm guessing. Possibly. Or you just had me say something really rude. Very cunning. So, Zoltan Cool. Good evening in Japanese. Right, well, in that case, forgive my pronunciation. And you bought a new chili powder today. Ooh, I do like a nice spicy one, that's for certain. Hey, Cool. What's up? Running away is not cool. Yeah, sometimes it's still fun to do. Just like a horse around the place. Yeah. Sometimes I think that slow time bubble should actually like affect the projectiles that go near it, because it doesn't, does it? Kind of, a little. Just nowhere near as much as the missile dampening effect. There you go, that was trivial. So, Gom's next. So, Act 3. There he is. Ah, Nemesis braces. Nice. Actually, I'll ID them just in case they happen to be better than my Lakuni Prowlers. No. Castirian Wrist Guards. I always get those two mixed up in my mind. They look somewhat similar, he says, unconvincingly. Oh, that is spicy. Oh my word. 250,000 to 300,000 on the Scoville scale. Yeah, okay, so I like things... Oh, poor guy. I like things a bit spicy, but not that much. Yeah, you've got to be careful with it, otherwise you'll just... Well, A, you'll make yourself sick, and B, I wouldn't want to experience the other end of that coming out, you know? Trundle. Oh, another one. Hello. I know I said focus on Gom, but as I'm passing through, I don't mind killing these guys at all. Here we go, the larder. So this is pretty much going to be a one-click fight, I think, where I just hold down the right mouse button here. Not really a huge amount more to do. Occasionally hit provoke. Oh yes, and with my recent changes, I've got almost permanent uptime on Akarat's Champion, which is a lovely change, I have to say. Don't breathe the powder in. Yeah. God, we were cooking curry just a short while ago, and I asked my wife if she disliked onion eyes more or like spice powder inhalation, because both are fairly common things in our kitchen. The option was spice powder because, well, at least with onion eyes you can still breathe. So back to town. Sell most of this. Actually, with the increase in my cooldown reduction, now 55.08, it's fantastic. I can horse around loads. This is cool. I'll dump this in here somewhere, ready for dealing with later. At some point when I get around to it. That's for re-rolling later. Yes, always try and have a spare. Sever, I was going to look at whether or not that was actually better for her. No, it's not. Can I do that comparison for her without that? No, I can't. Fine. 206, 245, 165. No, that's way worse. I mean, of course, with the ruby in, you'd sort of expect that, but ruby, emerald, same thing. Ponder, ponder. Sometimes I wonder whether or not I should give her Thunder Fury, because at least that has a tangible effect. Could be worthwhile. I mean, the skeletons that she gets don't really do anything, but she's not really out very much. So, yeah, maybe I'll just leave it. So we got 4 keystones. How far did we get on the Greater Rift? 33. Sure. Well, this will tick that off then. In which case, we just need the set pieces. How many are we at? Ooh, 1 more. Feet, obviously. Yeah, okay. Let's just run GR33s. Get these up a bit. Yes. Alright, we've actually got a plan for the evening.
I wish you luck, hero.
Not yet.
Trundle, trundle, trundle. And slam, slam, slam. Alright, can't quite horse all the time. Bad position to stand. Let's not do that, shall we? Yeah, it was a plan until suddenly I couldn't move. And I realised that was entirely my doing. A couple of things need a few points of sanity. Oh yeah, I need to give her the live forever thing as well. So we've got that to work on. So the cooldown on Akarat's Champion is very nearly at the duration. I think it's like half a second or something of vulnerable time that I've got in between them. Which is nice. See, there it goes, and it's back. Of course, I have to remember to actually turn it back on again. I think that's where the flaw in my build is, the human element. I was having a chat with someone the other day, and they asked me where I focus my eyes when I'm playing, because they only watch their cooldown bar. And that surprised me a little, because like I like focusing on, you can't see where I'm pointing, I suppose you can if I do this, here mostly. Occasionally I'll spin my eyes up to the direction that I'm about to head. But for the most part, it's the area just immediately around me.
Patience.
And yeah, that's a fair point actually. Aquila Cuirass is there for a good reason. So of course the other change is we no longer have Sage's stuff, so we're not getting double Death's Breaths. We could of course put it back on again if we decide to go Death's Breath farming, but I think I'd rather just push things harder so that I can get higher GRs, higher torment levels and such, and then let the extra death breaths come in that way.
Bad luck for you, friend. Patience.
That's rude. I wish the horse could just jump over walls, actually. That would kind of be funny. Watch the devil talking about running something, and he should appear momentarily.
Burn in the light. Not yet.
There, this seems to be going completely fine, other than a couple of momentary lapses of concentration along the way. I was thinking about playing Hand of Fate tonight, but really I just love Diablo too much. That's what it boils down to. So Hand of Fate's good if you've got a fair number of people watching already, because you get quite a lot of interaction. If you're just kicking a stream off for the evening, I think something that people can just sit back and watch works very well instead. So we might switch over a bit later. Depends on if I just enjoy this too much again. Or as always, there's the possibility that my brother may turn up and we might switch over to like PUBG or something. I've not played PUBG in ages actually. I keep meaning to, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just wait until they get over to launching the changes that they've been working on. Oh gosh, I need to switch Moobot off. Moobot, you're being bad. I'm not recording for a series. Alright, hold on a minute. Let me pause that. Moobot, what are you doing? Timer doesn't work like forever. And then one time I don't want it to. There we go. That's me slapping Moobot. He shouldn't say anything like that again, hopefully. So, Moobot, behave. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a few different chatbots out there. Moobot seems to be the simplistic version. No, actually, the one that talks as me, saying, "Hey, you can come over to like wherever and watch me," or "Don't forget to subscribe." That's the most simplistic one. That just spouts random lines every so often. That's actually what I use to copy the chats between the various streams anyway. So it's kind of like an extra feature rather than a chatbot side of things. Don't think anything else actually has that functionality in a practical way. Yeah, so the next test schedule with the new map, I might bother installing the test version for, give it a go. Yeah, I've just been waiting for them to like push these launches onto the actual live system, but for some reason they're holding them all back until they're happier with them. It's like, yes, okay, but it's early access. People are kind of expecting it to be unpolished. Mostly I want the optimizations and stuff to come over. Apparently it's better frame rates in general. Oh yeah? How did you find it?
Not yet.
I've had a few people ask me now if I've tried the new guns, and I'm like, no, don't have the test version because it used to be terrible, and there wasn't really any point. Now I'm kind of feeling a little bit like I'm missing out. Pretty decent changes, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'd heard from other people, so that's encouraging.
I need to go back.
Yeah, so it's weird. I've heard that they've optimized a lot, but there's still... Oh, that was a mistake. We're back up to 13. Not 43. Do I actually want it at 13? Yes. 13, because my shoes do 12. Yes, yeah. Yeah, so I heard they've optimized quite a lot, which has improved things massively, but there's still lag and rubber banding and stuff, so it must be just like rendering optimizations then, rather than anything server-based. Kind of feels like they're missing the main problem. I mean, okay, sure, there's a lot of optimization stuff gone wrong in the game, but since most people have very powerful rigs these days anyway, it seems like it's less of an issue to give people great frame rate. And would be better to focus on, like, maybe stopping people teleporting around the place. Just thinking. Right, what do we have? Ooh, you could have that. It's not great for you, but it's not bad actually for her, now that I look at it again. Change that armor for something else, like crit something. Creed's Flame. Yeah, so lots of rubber banding. Yeah, heard that. You think it's... Ooh, an ancient invoker. You think the rubber banding's caused by it being on the test server? No, no. It's due to the fact that they haven't changed the server ping rate. It's still only like 16 updates a second, so it can't... Is it 16 updates a second? It's really, really slow anyway, comparatively. There's a really good breakdown. Someone's done like a tech smash of everything behind the scenes, packet inspectors and the like. That was really, really informative. But yeah, it boils down to it having a lower update rate than virtually every other game ever. Right, let's don't need that. Don't want that. Do I want that? It is kind of better than Wailing Host at the moment. Yes, okay. Let's swap over to it. The cooldown of all skills, though, that's... no, let's keep cooldown. Because otherwise I'm just going to roll off that crit hit damage. And then it's going to be... It is still a slight improvement. Alright, let's try rolling that first.
I got some new things.
I can't believe I'm rolling a Creed's Flame. So, right. That's answered that. Can't bother. Let's just salvage it. Need more diamonds. Yeah, I can totally imagine there being more rubber banding on the test server because they've got fewer resources for it. Yes. Yes, moving on. Oh, I need to change my hat. God, it's an actual hat. Transmog. Die, transmog. Nothing. That's better. Is that better? No. Mariner's die. And then transmog it into Leatherhood. There we go, that's better. Miss one roll when all the others are almost perfect. Yeah, and one more when cubing Leorix. Yeah, I looked at the maths and I was like, it seems like there's a few spaces that you can get it much better. Like, I've actually got 10% on here at the moment, which, as you know, is really, really not ideal. But it's meant that I've not needed to bother looking at it in every single place. These shoulders would definitely be about 8%. And then I could put attack speed or something on Gear Falcons. But, yeah. Eventually, Pipe Dream, etc. Oh, so, yeah, still need set dungeon. So, let's keep hoping to gamble for feet, I suppose. How many Death Breaths do I have? 35. Let's do the other gamble for feet. Forge boots. We can throw them in down here. Extract. Reforge. Upgrade. Close, but not quite. However, I don't have any yet, so I can go alongside here. I really need to get rid of some of this junk. I just don't throw away anything. Don't salvage it until I've actually got it in the queue. So, need more Death Breaths, which means need more rifts and levels, and yes, we'll get there. I might be able to knock that up to 34, actually. Let's try 34. It felt fine on the last one.
I wish you luck, hero.
Not ready yet.
Because I'm thinking Torment 8 might be possible. Because I do have, of course, the Aquila Cuirass giving me a nice amount of damage reduction.
Patience.
Although I don't have the set bonus damage reduction. But maybe not necessary just yet.
Not ready yet.
Oh, come on, stop putting walls up. Anytime you want to stop that, that's fine. Now, little known thing, you can horse in place like that to, oh god,
Not yet.
to interrupt their attack. If you see them doing their wind up, you just like horse on the spot. It activates the chains, interrupts their animation. Sometimes I do it just to be annoying. I wonder if the horse can drag people around in PvP. Maybe I need to try that with Alex.
Burn in the light.
So welcome to everyone who's joining the stream. Great having you coming along. Hope everyone's having a fantastic time. There's me dying slowly because I'm forgetting to put on Akarat's champion.
Not ready yet.
Believe me, I have been playing this game for years. I am very much a casual player. I do make lots of mistakes. So feel free to shout out and tell me where I'm doing bad and can do better. And if anyone's got any questions about my build or anything like that, please feel free to ask. There are plenty of absolute gurus in chat, or I can actually link you to the D3 planner thing that I've been working off.
Not yet.
It's a loosely themed Captain America build, just running around throwing shields at people, charging into combat without thinking, throwing shields at people.
Bad luck for you,
I suppose that doesn't really leave much room for questions, because that's all there is to it. I am thinking eventually I might switch over to a condemned build. That looks really fun. People have been saying it's quite effective once you get it set up, but getting it set up is the slow part.
Not yet. By the light be damned.
Channeling Pylon just speeds us up a bit. It doesn't really make us that much more powerful these days. That's a shame. I remember when it used to actually enable me to throw shields around. Back before I had Gear Falcon's Foot, it was costing about 20, 40, something like that. Wrath every time I tried to throw a shield. Which meant I could only throw about 3 or 4, and then I needed to switch back over to Smite. Which made me very sad.
I enjoyed that.
One other thing we're sort of aiming to do this evening is to catch up in Paragon levels just a bit in comparison to where my brother is, because he's been spending a lot of time playing as Barbarian and is now considerably ahead of me.
Yes.
But that's alright, I've actually got a shield throwing build and he's still stuck pretending to be Thor.
I enjoyed patience. Not ready yet.
Awesome. Alright, we're not going back up there. Hey, good evening there, Yuha. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. If not, I do apologise. But yeah, great having you joining the stream.
Not yet. Make your peace quickly.
Away, get out of my way. Now, something I've been trying to pay attention to is whether or not the shield can actually ricochet back to the same thing it's hit before. I don't think it can, and I don't think there's any items which can let it do that. But if anyone knows for certain, do let me know. Because I see them whiz around, and then often they look like they're coming back through something that they've already hit. But I don't think they're causing any extra damage along the way.
Patience.
So yeah, at the moment I'm thinking, yeah, it could definitely be Torment 8. This is like one step lower than Torment 8, just. Ooh, Conduit Shrine. And I suppose I shouldn't call them shrines when they're not really shrines.
The crusade marches on.
Only you can defeat this monstrosity.
Patience.
Trundle, trundle.
Not yet.
Had enough.
Not much more to go. Just one more blue pack would probably be nice. Was that one? No, it wasn't. Okay.
Patience.
This one, however, will suffice.
The Rift Guardian
go.
has found you.
Not ready yet.
Okay. Not the fastest single target at the moment. That's fine. We don't need it to be. We're missing the manacles.
Not
I
yet.
think they're manacles. The braces anyway, part of our build that we wanted. Ow, that hurt quite a lot. Torment 8 is still fine. Just things like being a little bit more careful occasionally. There we go.
I'm here to help.
Right, let's bump these up again. So Pain Enhancer can go up by 1. Nice. Bane of the Stricken. And Bane of the Trapped. Come on, Bane of the Trapped. Oh, disappointment.
I need to go back.
That's fine. Now, turn this in. Another couple of Paragon points in there and in here. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. All my cooldown reduction, I haven't actually maxed the Paragon side of it yet. So that's still got a little bit to go, which is even better. It means that when this switches over to 8 and this comes away, it should be roughly about where it is still. Yeah, maybe, if I'm lucky. Ancient Corrupted Ashbringer. Well, I suppose that's a pretty straight up replacement for the Corrupted Ashbringer that the Enchantress is currently using. Sure, you can have that. There you go.
You're too
And another Corrupted Ashbringer, because having 2 already wasn't enough. Let's get the gem out there. And I should probably... I probably should turn it into a bigger emerald, but I can't be bothered at the moment, so that's fine. There's no point in me keeping these around. You can't actually put them in your cube at all, so yeah, let's just get rid of everything. Salvage up. And a little bit of gambling. Come on, feet. It's the last part we need. Feet, feet, feet. Boots, boot, boots.
Well, isn't that nice?
Again, the right ballpark, wrong boots. So try again. Boots, boots, boots. No,
What a
No.
steal.
no, no, no,
See you soon.
no. Well, again, we didn't have the Roland stuff, so that's kind of fine. That can go in there in the great big pile of stuff that we're not doing anything with. Salvage up again, dump that in, and then I guess we'll jump into an equivalent Torment 8 Greater Rift. And if that's comfortable enough and we don't actually die and rage quit or anything like that, then we'll change the main difficulty up to Torment 8. Yes. Oh, I need to check what my target paragon level is as well. I'd say target, like just like roughly where I want to be. We don't actually have a specific target. It's not like we're going to keep playing until we hit it or stop if we don't.
Not ready yet.
It's just going to guide maybe how much we play this evening.
Patience. I enjoy that. Not ready yet.
We see the slight, subtle, huge damage increase when our champion wears off. Yeah, definitely pay attention to that some more. Ooh, hello. Elemental twerkers. There goes one. Probably more upstairs, yeah.
Not ready yet.
I hate throwing shields upstairs, it just doesn't work. Like, they come downstairs fine. But once they hit the first thing, they don't redirect upwards, they just go horizontally to where the target is. It appears. That is a little bit of supposition from me there.
And a light be damned. Patience.
Not
yet.
Now, sure, I could play these rifts more optimally. Like, I could horse between blue packs and such. But I actually enjoy the fight along the way. When we get further and further in, it becomes less and less appropriate. But for the moment, yeah. I like killing trash mobs.
Patience. Not ready yet.
Let's not get the extra explosions from that.
Burn in the light.
I don't feel the need to test our tank ability.
Not yet.
And of course I have to remember as well that I do get one extra cheap death from having Akarat's champion up. Probably not something I want to rely on though. Exactly, yeah, you're spot on there, Pele.
Patience. Burn in the light.
Right, and I think that's why people enjoy games like Dynasty Warriors, although it's not really my cup of tea. Wading through the throngs of just regular dudes going, rah! I do pretty well. Got a little bit of a cold. That's why you occasionally see me wiping my nose. So hopefully I'm not sounding too bunged up. But no, I am having a fantastic evening so far. I hope you're well as well. Excellent, that's good.
Not yet.
It's nice to have someone talking from the mixer side of things, actually. Normally we just get people, well, you can see Wallafree talking on the YouTube side. There's a chatbot who will communicate across the various mediums. So yeah, don't often get many people from Mixer dropping in. Well, they watch, they just tend not to talk very much.
Not ready yet.
I'm streaming on Mixer, YouTube and Twitch, so if you have one preference over another, then feel free to jump ship and change over to whatever your preference is. In fact, if you hang around long enough, there's an automatic bot that will remind you that I am on all of them.
Not yet.
Yeah. No, there's a service called Restream, which basically does all the hard work for you. So instead of just broadcasting to Mixer, you broadcast to Restream, and they broadcast to Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch. Or I think they do like 400 or 500 different other services as well, like Hitbox, Dailymotion, Facebook, if that's your thing. Yeah, I was really surprised when I found it, actually, considering it's free. Yeah. And what's the catch, I asked? And apparently there is no catch. If you want some of the advanced features that I don't care about, like transcoding, so if you're not very popular on Twitch, like I'm not very popular on Twitch, you can have them downgrade the quality so that you're not nuking everyone on Twitch, because Twitch doesn't turn on a lot of the useful features to allow people to select what quality they want to watch unless you're already a fairly popular person. So yeah, Restream can do that for you instead. I don't think Mixer or YouTube require anything like that, but I can imagine that like Hitbox and Dailymotion might. And yeah, you can set up the stream to send like nice 1080p footage off to YouTube and Mixer, and then 720p down to Twitch. But then you're increasing your own bandwidth usage, and of course you've then got to encode it twice. So it just adds complexity. So yeah, having something like Restream which does it all for you, yeah, I am a big fan. Oh, awesome. Are you a Diablo 3 streamer, or are you more of a like a first-person shooter or something? Yeah. So it's bandwidth limitations are extra frustrating for me at the moment. You might notice this is only a 720p stream. That's because my ISP, Virgin Media in the UK, have oversubscribed my area suddenly. So they can no longer provide me the bandwidth that I was paying for in order to actually maintain a nice 1080p stream without interruption. And yeah, I only found out about it because my viewers were saying, hey, all of your frames are juttering and we can't see anything. Diablo 3 Path of Exile, okay. Yeah, I never really got into Path of Exile. Like, it feels very Diablo 2 inspired, which I can appreciate. I just really couldn't get past the slightly weirdly higher angle and worse view. Like, if they gave it more of a free camera that we see in so many games these days, then yeah, I absolutely would have gotten way more behind it than I tried. But no, I tried like the first act and was like just not really enjoying it as much. Mostly it was the viewport. Like, I love the possibility of the builds, and the skill tree is fantastic. Way overcomplicated, but that's really my sort of thing. Like, I totally love that. Osu I've not heard of, but I'm kind of guessing it's probably also an action RPG based on your preference so far. Yeah, 500 to 600 hours on it and still consider yourself in the US. Yeah, I know how that feels.
Not ready yet.
Oh, a rhythm game. Okay. Actually, there's two rhythm games that I've played relatively recently. I say relatively. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not at all recently. So Audio Surf, I loved Audio Surf when it was new. Played that for way too much. And Beat Hazard was kind of the same thing, like a twin stick shooter, but the same sort of guided by your music. Yeah, really enjoyed both of those. And then they just kind of fell... No, it wasn't so much they fell out of favour, it's that I stopped listening to music as much. I think that's what it was. Audio Surf is nice. Audio Surf is very easy to be either a chill game, if you like chill games, because you can put your own music into it, or like an extreme complicated puzzle game at the same time. So yeah, like if you enjoy rhythm games, definitely check out Audio Surf. Oh, is this finally? coincidentally. Yay! Yeah, so I don't get excited about these things anywhere near as much as my brother does. He'd probably been dancing around the room tons.
I am returning to town.
They're not... they're alright, I suppose. I was going to say they're not immensely great versions of them, but they are certainly more than sufficient. Woo, awesome. So, turn that in. There, here, that, and this. Oh, see. I'll have to check that out, actually. I'm going to make a note of that to read up on later, because I do enjoy rhythm games. So, here we go, into my Discord general chat, note 2 stuff. Check out OC. There we are. Because otherwise I'll totally forget. Multiple kinds of games. Nice. It's good. Adds to replayability. So, salvage these up. Xarian, Compose Gold can go. I'll keep those just in case I want to do some easy Despress farming later. So they can sit up here alongside the other Sage's bits that I've got. Then I need to switch back over on my other screen. Have a look at what I wanted to change this over for. Osu and Osu Mania. Okay. So, want to change that movement speed for resist all, but other than that, the stats are kind of fine. Shield Bash, not great. Blessed Shield would be better, but the resist all will actually be more useful for me at the moment. So, let's see if we can do some re-rolling.
You should take a look.
Nope, that's worse. Technically, that's kind of close. Resist all. Thank you very much. That game decides it likes me. Yeah, there we go. There's the Autobot. Thanks, bot. Doing a bang-up job. Yeah, well, colour me surprised. I'm going to go find where this set dungeon is. Because that's next on my list. Actually, what do I need to gamble for at the moment? Braces, yes. Braces.
See you soon.
Someday, perhaps.
No,
How much?
and I'll keep those for my condemned build later. Alex was asking for APDs. Oh, that's sad he's not in the game. Otherwise he could have had them. Custodian wrist guards. Oh, that means I've got a spare set somewhere. There they are. So these can salvage. Strong arms keeping. APDs, did I have any? Yeah. So these can salvage. Right, save myself figuring out the riddles, because I've done all the set dungeons in the past. I've got all of the pendants and things. Penance, sorry. There you go, that's my lovely collection. I'm just re-googling where the set dungeon is, and also what the requirements are for it in case I want to rebuild. So it's in Bastion's Keep Stronghold. Okay. Have a look. Act 3 at the bottom, down into the armory. Oh, right, it's in the armory. Fair enough. That's like over here somewhere, if I remember correctly. And then it's somewhere down here. In this room? There we go. Right, oh, okay. It's a condemned one. I forgot that. That's alright, I can probably switch over to a condemned build for the moment. Let's just save my build so I don't totally forget. Save. Right, so, because they've just changed all the Crusader stuff, actually. So I've got... Where is it? I have things. I swear I have things. Ooh, did I put it in my cube? Might have cubed it. That would be interesting, because then I might not need to change weapon at all. Well, anyway, let's have a look at what this recommendation is. Further binary, long arm of the law, interesting. That's just for the active effect, but that's Wings of Angels, which is allows you to run through people. Don't care about that so much. Alright. So, Blade of Prophecy, yes, okay. So definitely have Blade of Prophecy, but Swift Mount might be better. Ooh, also Fidir's Wrath. That's kind of what I think I need. You reckon just switching over to Condemn Vacuum is going to be sufficient? That's entirely possible, I suppose. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Really appreciate it. Everything dies pretty quick anyway. Yeah. Well, I think I've only got like... Alright, let's switch Provoke over. Of course, it can't be assigned to that slot, because that would be really useful. Can Iron Skin go there? That's going to be weird, but okay. And then Condemn can go on there. Vacuum. And then possibly this could be Blade of Prophecy. See how that goes. What's the cooldown on it? 2, 3, boink. 3, boink boink. Yeah, and then it's ready to go again. Sure. Let's... I don't need to go anywhere, it's here. What am I doing? Must remember to not use Blessed Shield all the time. Okay, use Condemn on 10 different enemies simultaneously 10 times. Kill 150 enemies while imbued in Akrat's champion. Where's all the bad guys?
I enjoyed that.
Blessed Shield on him. Still using my Blessed Shield.
Not yet.
Just stand in the middle. Yeah, okay. So that wasn't enough people. I knew that wasn't going to be. Let's just kill these guys. And around some more. This might be.
Not ready yet.
No, they all scattered. Whatever. Hey, evening there, Dark Shadow. Yeah, I know. I keep my face hidden a lot. I don't like my face.
By the light be damned.
Let's get another Condemn going on over here. Good enough. I feel like this is not going great. Right, I've got so many more times to do the Condemn thing. Maybe I need less strength on it.
Not yet.
Like, time limit seems fine. Don't care about those maddening questions. 2, 3, 4. Come on, guys. I need you to come this way. Oh, also, I should get rid of her. She's definitely not helping. Anyone else? More guys down here. Hi. Good. That was just enough for 10. More guys. Hi.
Not ready yet.
12. Okay. Get rid of that. And this guy. How long left? 2 minutes 40.
Patience.
I know I've left some guys along the way. Don't need to master it at the moment, just need to finish it.
Like chaff before for the wind.
I've done the Akarat's champion bit of it, so don't actually care about that anymore. Okay, done. Now I can just run around and murder.
Not yet. Had enough.
Are you still alive? Damn chicken.
Patience.
Okay, 26 monsters to find in a minute and 40. I know there's 4 in the top right hand corner still.
Not ready yet.
9 monsters. Possibly some up here. Possibly some back at the start. Let's do this properly. We've got plenty of time, kind of. If Diablo 3 were a girl. God, I hate social media, don't you? Oh, clickbait. Come on, horsey. 9 monsters. 2 here. 1 over there.
Not ready yet.
6 left. 42 seconds. 2 here, 4 elsewhere. Over here. I think they're all together. Hopefully I can get to them in time. Nice! Awesome. Wow, that was alright. Internet is weird most of the time. Yeah.
I need to go back.
Alright. Sorry, I'll catch up on chat now. 2 gems at 101. The next is at 96. All for augments. Oh, you don't have the actual ancient items to augment. Oh, that's a shame. That is a big... Yeah. Anyway, let's equip my build again. That's much better. So, Condemn was fun for a second. I think when we actually build that out properly, it'll be really, really quite good. But that was the end of the Slayer. Excellent. On to Champion. Woo! 3 gems to 35. That's going to be our next thing, I think. And I'm just pushing towards Torment 10. Alright, the other thing I was going to do, yes. Check target Paragon level. So, Alex is currently at 269, so I've got plenty of scope. That's fine. Check it out later tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, and I can pull back all my chat windows now. Don't need those build things anymore. Go away, go away. Here we are. Alright, I'll reward myself with a couple of sweets. Alright, back to the menu. We're going to up it to Torment 8. Torment 8 seems fine for us at the moment. So, game settings. Oh, actually, now that we've just got the rest of the armor of Akan, our damage reduction is going to be much better than it was a second ago. Because now we've got that 6-piece bonus. An extra 50% less damage. So, Torment 8 should be like a walk in the park if I remember to activate Akarat's champion. Sorry, I do forget the name of skills a lot. I usually just say Prophet, even though that's the rune I'm using from it. So, you'll get used to it. Right. Empowering costs how much? Let's say no for the moment.
Are you ready? Then your trial begins.
Oh, of course, and I do tons more damage as well now. Ha! Right, maybe I'll jump up to Torment 9. God, if I thought it was stupid before, this is now ridiculous.
Blessings of the light.
So I think I found easy mode. What do we have down here? Power pylon. Sure, because I wasn't one-hitting them enough already.
Not ready yet.
Forces are closing in. Raise your weapon.
Don't really need to raise my weapon. I'm using a shield. Have you not noticed?
Not yet. Cower before Zakarum.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, welcome to everyone who's just joining the stream. Great having you join. It's lovely to see the viewer count say hi. Do feel free to get involved in chat if you've got any questions about the build or what I'm doing, trying, etc. Then ask away. I should do my best to answer. And most of the people in chat are fairly friendly most of the time. So, yeah, do feel free to say hi as well.
Patience.
Welcome to the lurkers that don't want to engage. You guys are always rock solid. Do appreciate you all coming past.
Burn in the light.
And I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. Since I found the last bit of Akan set, my evening has just ramped up. And it started pretty good, I've got to say.
Not ready yet.
Alright, Dark Shadow, you're going to have to send me a link to that video so I can see what the hell you're talking about.
A mighty foe has fallen.
Because I've not had it recommended to me yet, which is strange because I'm a Diablo 3 player and I put out Diablo 3 videos. And you would think if there was a meme thing going around about Diablo 3 that I would have seen it by now.
Like chaff before the wind.
Oh, and if you try and post it in chat and it blocks you, just let me know and I'll go and approve it. Because I have to do that manually because they've changed settings again in the auto moderation stuff.
Not yet. I enjoyed that. Patience.
Yeah, still a few things I don't want to risk, like standing in the middle of 4 or 5 Moltons.
Not ready yet. Cower before Zakarum.
Oh, right, so it's a really old thing. Maybe I did see it and I just didn't remember it. Or, like, it came past and I was just like, whatever. Does sound like me. Thanks. Yeah, I'll be sure to check it out.
Patience. Make your peace. Quickly. Not ready yet.
Yeah, it's also possible now that we've gotten things going so well. Hey, Alex is here, kind of. We might even be able to go past 9 straight into 10. Hashtag risky. Yeah, that's going to end up. We'll also see if Alex bothers to join my stream chat. He might want to do some GWO farming or something. Yay, thanks.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Yeah, I'll check it out like when I'm not streaming. Okay.
You have triumphed.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. All right, bumping up to Torment 9 then. Hey, Hershey. Fancy upgrading some lovely bling I've got here. Alt 32. Yes, nice. And another Helm of the Invoker. Let's turn this in.
Your
Most impressive.
Have a word with Kazala and go, bracers.
What?
No, no,
didn't even
no,
know I
no,
had that
no,
thing.
no, no, also no. Well, it was worth asking. Paragon points into defense, utility, offense, and core. There we are. And I don't need a spare crown or a spare Sunkeeper, so those are going on the salvage pile as well. Now, I'm just going to check, see if my brother has sent me a message. He has not. Maybe he's just doing some solo farming. I'll drop him a message and see what he's up to. You solo farming? And in the meantime, like I said, let's bump this up to Torment 9. And then invite him to the game and not tell him that it's higher. So, Torment 9 Rift, let's see how this goes. Must remember survivability.
Many methods stood where you are now.
Strange magic radiates from these foes.
This seems fine.
Patience.
And in an actually fine way, not in a this is fine type way that I sometimes say. Thanks for that, Dark Shadow. I did see it pop up in general. We'll review it later and pass judgment in my oh so critical way.
Cower before Zakaroon.
Yeah, still would like braces. Braces would add quite a lot to this, I think.
Patience.
Because that increases damage for the first couple of people hit, I believe.
Not ready yet.
Two-handed axe. Misha Smith's Reaver or Scorn. Never tell the difference. Either way, it's not something we need.
Patience. Cower before Zakaroon.
So Alex sounds like he's just doing some solo Death's Breath farming on his Seder. That's fine. He wants to stick by himself. We don't need the company. Although if he wants to come over and join, that's also fine. I mean, after all, more people means faster. And
Not ready yet.
at this kind of mid-game stage, it's mostly just farming for bits. Farming for bits, incremental improvements. It's later on a bit where you start. Oh, hello. Where you start dealing with the challenges that things really get more interesting. Feels bad, man, that you can't use Patreon to donate. Ah, don't worry about it. The Patreon stuff and the donation is just for those that want to and for those that can. If you can't, because you're not old enough, you don't have the money, or indeed you're just not enjoying it as much, really there is no feels bad man feeling that goes with that. Even just having you guys watching is enough. In fact, I think I say that in the Patreon video, so yeah, bear that in mind.
Make your peace quickly.
But I do appreciate the sentiment. Very nice thought.
Not ready yet. Patience.
Inspiration. One of my fellow streamers, who now actually doesn't really do much streaming, once had a donator send him like 1,000th of a Bitcoin or something as a donation, kind of as a joke donation. I wonder if he's held on to it and is now a bazillionaire. That certainly seems to be the way things were going. Alright, just tell my brother, join mine if you like, whenever you fancy. There we are. Just extended a proper invite over to him in case he does want to get involved. This way, yes. He just asked what torment I'm running at. Oh! His barb's at TX. Okay. That gets interesting. Alright. Apologies for the interruption. I was half expecting him to dismiss my message. Run through the fire, didn't care about that at all. Okay, he's going to start off solo, that's fine. We've got plenty to do ourselves anyway. The Bitcoin says, that's alright. Bitcoin's like really weird. No one... It feels a lot like the .com bubble, right? But, oh my gosh, right. My wife told me this most amazing thing today. There is a game, quote, quote, built off the back of the blockchain system, which is the underlying technology that powers Bitcoin. And it's called CryptoKitties. And anyone that's been in my Discord server knows how much I love cats. My cat, anyone else's cat. I'm basically a big old cat floozy. And CryptoKitties is a game whereby you breed cats based on cryptography encodings. It's kind of weird. It basically means that each cat can only be unique in the same way that Bitcoins can only be unique, and in order to get more kind of crossbreeding cats and stuff like that. And yeah, so things I never expected to see. This is definitely way up there. Channel for cats, please. Yeah. Like, I could create like just a general other and put cats and stuff in there, but I'm honestly fine with all the cat chat going on in just general. For those that are watching that haven't joined my Discord server, feel free to join my Discord server. There's loads of friendly people in there. It's not just cat pics. People do talk about games occasionally. Ouch. Let's not do that again. So let's get some health back.
Like chaff before the wind.
There's no such thing as actual game-related talk. Yeah, somehow even managed to make the game-related talk about cats. Yeah, to be quite honest, most of the game-related stuff is like announcements and links rather than conversation, but that's fine. Bad jokes and cat gifs. Yeah, that's where we're at.
Not yet. Patience.
So I think I will stick on Torment 9 for the moment, just because, well, you guys can see occasionally I'm still just not paying attention enough. And there's been one or two cases, like just then, I thought I was in profit mode, but not quite. Has he? Yeah, he's always trying to steal my traffic. It's like Thursday nights is my streaming night, so he's always keen to grab people away. Got to get his view count up.
Not ready yet. Had enough.
So other than this rift being a bit uninteresting, Torment 9 seems fine. Ooh, set shoulders. They are possibly the same. Ooh. That's very nice. Okay. Yes. We'll have those. We'll add cooldown reduction on top of them as well. Yeah, I know. It's... Will I die this stream? That's very unlikely. I hope that's very unlikely, John. I haven't died this season. Dying is more my brother's sort of thing.
Not ready yet.
Has he died this season? Oh yes, he has. He's died this season. Yeah, I hope I won't die. But you never can tell. Things do go wrong sometimes. Also, welcome, John. Great having you joining the stream, even if you are asking if I'm about to die. Break something? No, I don't get stressed or I don't rage out about things, sorry. I know playing hardcore in Diablo, you've died 5 times this season. That's yikes. Yeah, I know some people like really enjoy raging out when they lose a hardcore character, but no, I just roll up a new one. It's part and parcel of the game. If you worried and cared that much about losing a person, you play softcore. Yeah, this is always a very chill stream, so hopefully you're not looking for a rage out. I can try though. Oh, just doesn't really feel like me. Let's whack these paragon points in. There we go. That's getting like a lot of blood shards. So, yeah, so I said this is a very much a yes. We're going to re-roll that armor into cooldown reduction. At least try to. Nope. Also no. Still no. Still no. Come on, Godala. Starting to get expensive. That's slightly better, but still no. This is about the most annoyed I get, and yeah, it's still not really there. Come on, cooldown reduction. Cooldown, not resource costs. Cooldown reduction. One more. No. Well, I'll take the area damage because it's technically slightly better for my build. What I'll also do is identify and gamble with Kadala. So Kadala. Oh, what do we want? Braces still, yes. No, 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 no. All no. Salvage up these. I actually don't care about this, so we'll get rid of that. Gives us one more reroll. Come on, Miriam. Well, A, re-rolling the wrong thing, so whoops, but also no. Let's put those away so I don't do that again. They can sit down here. Double that in, and then let's run a couple of Greater Rifts, I suppose. We're on Torment 9, so we can take this all the way up to level 40. Yeah, things have really kind of skyrocketed since we got that last part of the armor set.
Not yet.
Thud, thud, thud.
Patience.
How do I normally decide what level of Greater Rift I'm going to do? Depends on how I've been feeling things have been going.
Not ready yet.
I err on the side of caution a little. Just a little. I'm happy to push things a bit because you get one cheat death. But pretty much if I haven't triggered my death on a Torment level, then you've kind of got a tally chart directly for the Greater Rift level. Like this is Torment 9, and I was just running Torment 9 quite comfortably. Probably wouldn't go to Torment 10 because there were one or two cases in Torment 9 where I was close to triggering a death through my own not paying attention. And since I know what I'm like, it's probably not worth me pushing it much beyond this at the moment. If I get a bit more survivability, then yes. But at the moment, when I forget to put Akarat's champion on, is when I'm the most vulnerable. And at the moment, it's not quite a one-hit kill. It's close, but not quite there. So this is a fairly comfortable level for me. Good night, Dark Shadow. Thanks for coming along. It's always fantastic having you coming along.
The crusade marches on. Not yet.
Now, I suppose when it comes to Greater Rift levels, you can usually push things a bit more on the Greater Rift than you can elsewhere based on how comfortable you feel, because the power pylons do huge amounts to boost your effectiveness. So if you get lucky, certainly, it can trivialise what might have otherwise been quite a complicated rift. But you're kind of gambling on like finding the right pylons along the way. Best example, I suppose, is Shield Pylon. If you get that, you could sit in the middle of everything, actually not care. It means fire chains, molten, they're all largely irrelevant. Juggernauts, just as much of a pain, I suppose.
Not yet. By the light be damned.
And then, yeah, other than that, it's just over time, I just creep it up. So if I've been running GR45 fine for, say, 2 or 3 rifts, push it up to 46 or 47, see how that feels. If it feels bad, just bring it back down again until you've leveled up a bit more.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Oh, and my other top tip is be careful if you're playing in public groups, because they have no interest in keeping you alive at all. If you're playing with friends, that's a little different. So I tend to just play with my brother in terms of multiplayer. But in public groups, yeah, they will push things as hard as they're comfortable with and not respond to cries for help, because why would they? They don't care who you are. So trust no one is what I guess I'm saying. Alright, that felt really easy. We could definitely do higher than 40. I don't think we could do 45 yet, but yeah, that was good. Yeah, so I play with my brother, and although I don't actively want him to die, it's really funny when he ends up in bad situations. We've got this kind of back and forth saved you thing where I have legitimately saved him and he has just caused me trouble.
I need to go back.
That's kind of like, that's usually for Monday nights. Hey Reflex, thanks for asking, but no, I was literally 2 seconds ago just saying that I only play multiplayer with my brother, but really, thanks for the offer. Do feel free to stick around though, even if it sounds like you're playing yourself, so yeah, do feel free to continue watching if you like multitasking, but otherwise no. Thanks for the offer though. Let's salvage these up. Yeah. Yeah, it's just pure coincidence that you turned up like the moment after I was just talking with someone about that. Yeah, don't want any of that. Can all go away. Kazala, braces?
Indeterminate. What a steal.
No, none of these are things I want.
When I'm
Go away.
rich.
So, yeah, that felt good. Let's put a little bit more in defense, a little bit more in area damage. Turn it in. Ah, thanks, John. That's very kind of you to say. Not very many people would call me a cool guy. In fact, I can probably count them on one hand. There we are. That's you, that is. Yeah, Wallafried is very right in what he's just said. Whether or not you get a rift done depends entirely on how lucky you get with the makeup of the rift. So let's try 42. That was feeling okay. My phone has just gone off, so yes, my brother's just started streaming. In which the terms were not currently that lucky. Ah, yes. Are you still trying to push 101, you guys? And that's way beyond me, obviously, but... Anyway, 42.
Prove yourself worthy.
These guys are boring. Give me a pack worthy of my attention.
Not yet.
Just doing hundreds for gem upgrade. What level have you guys reached at the moment? Actually, this is probably the scariest person yet. He's slowing my shields down. Like, you reached 103 or something the other day, I think I saw.
Not ready yet.
And that's just like, that's mind-blowing. I can't imagine how much you have to play to reach a high enough Paragon level to be able to accomplish that. 102 4-man. Ah, okay. I knew it was like really close to that. It's just my memory's a bit hazy.
Not ready yet.
Keep profit up. Desperately need that.
Not yet. Make your peace quickly.
Yeah, I wish I was a student still and had lots of free time. Or a child, that would also do. Having to work for a living really cuts into my gaming time, you know? Plus, like, having a real life.
Not yet.
As an adult, you've got all sorts of things like responsibilities and... Student there, yeah. Sometimes, like, I look back on my time as a student and I wonder how I managed to fill up the day just playing games. Like, I don't regret any of it. No, absolutely not. I had a fantastic time as a student.
Patience.
Just didn't really appreciate at the time how much spare time I had.
Not yet. Not ready yet.
I suppose the other thing as well is, like, when I was a student, there wasn't really, like, Twitch or any other sort of streaming, so YouTube was barely a thing. Gosh, was it even a thing? I think it was. I think it had only just launched. Because I mean, we're talking 15 years ago now.
Patience. Like chaff before the wind.
Yeah, I know. Like, sometimes I forget how old I am.
Not ready yet. Patience.
So what should I spend most of my time playing? It was things like Severance, Blade of Darkness, Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, and the original. There was a lot of Counter-Strike. It was like CS 0.6. 0.6, yeah, that's right.
Patience.
Diablo 2 was big. Battle.net was in its infancy. Oh, baby Battle.net. Yeah. That's unexpected.
Not ready yet.
Alright, let's not do that until he's gone. Can I get past? Yes, I can.
Not yet.
Enjoy.
Like chaff before the wind.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Alex is doing alright by the look of it. Raziel's around. Hey, Raziel.
Not yet.
have triumphed.
Well, that was pretty good. So yeah, 42 is fine. Might even be able to do 43 fine.
What do you need?
Hell, I might even be able to do Torment 10 fine. Let's just keep pushing these things up though. We will take it a little bit at a time. There's no point jumping in too hard and then running away.
I am returning.
That's
to
not
town.
T, that's G. Get those in. Turn this in. A little bit of gambling. Give me some bracers. Come on, you know the ones I want.
Luck always
Give you a clue.
changes.
They're the blessed
Someday,
shield
perhaps,
ones.
when I'm rich.
So none of that helped at all. A bit more defense. A bit more here. There. And is that the condemn one? No, it's not. It just looks a bit like it. And different legs. Okay, how do these compare? These are technically a little better. Like, we're talking a minuscule increase. But yes, they are... yeah, no, they still are. Right, let's just swap those gems over then. Remove. Means I need to transmog them. So mariners die and leg wraps. Otherwise I lose the whole Captain America look and feel that I've got going on. So, leg wraps. There we are. And mariners die on them as well. And, oh god, these shoulders need to be invisible. There we are. My gloves are the wrong colour. What is going on? Gloves also look wrong. It's supposed to be like leather gloves. Can't remember what I was picking. Etched gloves. Might have been etched gloves. Might have just been regular gloves. Let's go with etched gloves. My boots are wrong. My word. I've had so much stuff get upgraded just recently. So it was... alright, let's do the colour first. Infernal dye, cardinal dye, infernal dye. And then the look of them. No. It's kind of like these, but not quite. Maybe this one. Maybe it is Brogan's. Alright, let's do Brogan's for the moment. I'll run over and have a look at the Sage's boots that I took off earlier. Because that's where they are. Rakis Guard Greaves. Alright. I knew there was something like that. Right. No. Transmog. Gotta get these looking right. There they are. Nice big red. There we are. And the Sage's gloves were just gloves, not edged gloves. Okay. Tidy those up as well then. That's better. That feels more like the design I had in mind to start with. So these can go back in here, waiting for re-rolling into an ancient thing later. Savage up this stuff. Including this. Just save the build so we don't accidentally put on the old equipment at all. No, he says hitting the wrong thing. Give me that back. And these as well. Which one of these was better? Technically the... yeah, this one. Put these back in here. Now hit the right button, Greg. Come on, you can do it. It's the save button. There we are. Yes. Yeah. I kind of wish that there was a confirmation thing when you hit equip. Just because it's a different colour and my eye is naturally drawn to it. Like a moth to a flame. So I think that's good. How are we doing for general things? 5 death breaths only. Oh, let's jump straight into an 85. Yes. Why do I make different sets? Because I like playing different builds, basically. So I can equip the hammer set that I've got. Well, if I hadn't thrown away most of the bits for it. And then go and play with the Blessed Hammer build. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just convenience, really. This armory that they introduced just saves you from storing all the bits and then manually swapping it all in and over. Since I like to mess around with my build a fair amount, I like to try new things, even though they're probably not very innovative. I'm sure people with more time have tried them already before. It's a lot easier to get back to what I was using before if I don't need to think about it too much. You know what? I'll try a Torment 10. Let's see how it is. Yes, I have tried Path of Exile. I can't remember who I was chatting with earlier. I think it was someone from Mixer. Yes, it was. It was one of the few viewers on Mixer. And we were talking about Path of Exile because we were talking about games that he liked. Action RPGs came up quite a lot. And I was saying, although I enjoyed it, like I really enjoyed the skill tree in it, I just could not get past the weird camera angle. It's like slightly higher than Diablo 3 and has a really strangely restricted view of what you can see. And as much as I was enjoying a lot of the mechanics for it and the planning and stuff, I just couldn't quite get past the viewpoint. It's such a strange thing, I know, but like if they ever changed that, like if they ever switched it over to a free rotatable camera, if they ever get the technology for it, then I will be all over that, like, well, like something awful all over my face.
Patience.
Yeah, I really like the way that you could just play whatever you fancy playing in Path of Exile. Like if you wanted to throw arrows that turned into grenades that then turned into turret bombs, you could probably find a build that did that. If you wanted to be a ninja that summoned skeletons when he killed dudes, that would probably also be a thing. So it felt like there was a huge amount of flexibility, which some people don't like. They think that they prefer to be guided in choices that they have rather than be told you can literally do anything you want in this game. But yeah, for me it was just the camera that I couldn't get past.
Not yet.
I do enjoy lots of action RPGs though. Really enjoyed Titan Quest back in the day, and it's just got a new expansion, so I'm very much looking forward to playing through that. Grim Dawn also, if you like your action RPGs a la Titan Quest and you want to get kind of steampunk and dark apocalypse up in a place, then go check out Grim Dawn. That's really good.
Not ready yet. Not yet. Nothing.
But yeah, maybe I was being overcautious. Torment 10 seems fine.
Burn in the light.
I mean, okay, I am paying a little bit more attention to my positioning than I was on Torment 9, and things like actually paying attention to the duration that I've got left on Akarat's champion. Oh, new leagues. Yeah, so they've got leagues in Path of Exile, which are basically like seasons, but they're kind of themed, aren't they?
Not ready.
So when I was playing, there was like these breaches that turned up, and you could battle things that were coming out of the breaches and get rewards from that. And yeah, I like that as a bunch of different mechanics where each time it's not the same. Because Diablo 3 is a fantastic game, but it does get a bit samey.
Not yet.
But then, I don't know, Path of Exile might repeat themes very quickly for all I know. I was only there for a little while. One of my old university friends asked me to go and check it out again, see if I thought it had progressed at all. And my answer was, it feels like the same game it was when I tried it last time. But again, because the camera hadn't changed.
Not yet. ready yet. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, this is going pretty well.
Patience.
Certainly getting a lot of random uniques drop, although none of them look like anything I'd be interested in. It's all fuel for the fire.
Not yet. Burn in the light.
I'll take a conduit pylon, thank you very much.
Patience. Emperor favors me.
Ooh, new personal best. Well done, Fallen, if you're still in the stream watching. Not, I'll have to congratulate you later.
Patience.
Mind you, you said you were running Torment 100 anyway. Yeah, just for gem ups, yeah, I remember.
Not yet. Had enough.
I'm not entirely terrible, I'm just very terrible at remembering things.
Not ready yet. Patience. Burn in the light. Not yet.
Yeah, it's interesting what you say, John, about them making it 10 acts to remove the repetitiveness of progress. I suppose because
For you, friend.
the endgame grind in these sorts of games tends to be very samey regardless what you're doing. If people want to try out new builds, they've still got to go through the leveling process, so at least making it a varied journey along the way helps somewhat. I kind of miss like the old RPG mechanic of basically playing the game through 3 times on normal, hard and insane difficulty, and each of them was like gated to start the same story again, but from say like level 35 or level 50, and then they would have the upper thresholds of just below the next tier. Yeah, I used to really enjoy that sort of thing. Where am I going in this rift? That's pretty much it. Fine, on to the next one. I suppose I could put these Paragon points in. I really should do this while I'm actually earning them rather than just leaving them around forever. Nice. DPS gems for Meteor Wizard.
Burn in the light.
Are you doing a Tau Rash's Disco Inferno like I did a couple of seasons ago? Yeah, Diablo 2 is a great example of that, actually.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Patience.
Firebird channeling meteors. Yeah, that's kind of close to Tau Rash's Disco Inferno. I think I was channeling more than just Meteor, but... And I don't think it was Firebird, because obviously it's Tau Rash's Disco Inferno. But a lot of the parts of the build are the same, aren't they? From memory.
Let's see what happens, shall we? Well, it's a good.
I'm overburdened.
Bit more disappointment from Kadala. To be expected, I suppose. Alright, what's that? Unrelenting Phalanx. Yeah, it would be an interesting direction to take it back to the glory days of Diablo 2. I kind of hope they go in a bit more of an MMO direction, actually. Along the lines of like World of Warcraft was the progression from Warcraft 3 and 2 and 1, I suppose, ultimately, if you go back far enough. So something a bit like that, but I don't think World of Diablo would work, but I would also be fine with them just like creating something based around Sanctuary as a whole. Don't want nail biters, so go. Got Gold Wrap done. Got Rogar's Huge Stone done. I will keep this for when I inevitably want to do a joke speedrun build around Phalanx. Omnislash I'll probably keep as well. So I don't think I've got one yet. So in there. Throw these in here. Enough for one more braces gamble. Fail. It's fine. Take 40 mil, doing quite well on the cash. Yeah, so 45 I guess. And we'll probably stick at 45 until the gems have caught up a bit, because they're kind of a bit lagging now. That's fine. We can empower 12 mil. Oh, every time I jump up it's like a huge increase. Probably won't bother empowering it then. Go 50. No, absolutely not.
I wish you luck, hero.
What was I saying earlier about like inching it up and being careful?
Patience.
I think that guy just imploded himself. Yeah, sorry. There's no fooling me into jumping into mega high rifts. Maybe if I'd been drinking already, but I haven't. It's only a Thursday. Oh no! Oh god, reflex. I am so sorry to hear that. And yeah, it is the worst thing ever when it's because of a disconnect and not because of anything you had control over. Were you actually running 85s?
Patience.
Oh, you have my deepest sympathy.
Not ready yet.
T5 bounties. Oh, right. Yes, sorry, you're Paragon 90, aren't you, you said?
Not yet. I enjoyed that. Not ready.
Well, the best thing you can do is just roll up another one and try and get straight back in there. At this point, public groups is probably the fastest way to get back up to 70. Just joined into Belial and disconnected. Oh man, that blows so hard.
Make your peace quickly. Not yet.
Yeah, so I was mentioning earlier how my brother and I have like a back and forth saved you in air quotes thing. There's been a couple of times where he's actually been disconnected and it really has been a case of trying to fight off the hordes of monsters from this Crusader or equivalent who's just stood there like Thanks, John. Yeah, I don't wish that I died instead of him, but yes, that's that's a good sentiment to have.
Not yet.
Man, I always find the power pylons like either early in the rift or a pointless middle bit.
Not ready yet.
It'd be nice if we could tailor them just to Rift Guardians. Now, I could always just leave it there, but then I'll never come back for it, so...
Not yet. Burn in the light.
Ooh, my brother just hit tier 55. Good on him. He's currently playing his barbarian character. He's got a Crusader person that he's been playing in co-op with mine, but that person has not yet got his builds together, so he's nowhere near as advanced as the barbarian is. Ouch. You only play softcore? Oh, come on. You've got to play hardcore. See, we play hardcore seasonal because It's almost as if your guy is guaranteed to die at the end of the season anyway. So if you go in with the mentality that it's only going to last a season, you get less invested in how it feels when things inevitably go wrong, because they always will. I suppose the biggest difference between playing softcore and hardcore is, obviously, when you die, you die. And that means you can't push as hard because you've got no option to respawn and keep going in the same rifts. Like, if you die, that's it. It's all completely over. And that's quite a different mindset to get into when you're approaching the game. So yeah, quite often the feedback on like people watching the streams is like, oh, you're not pushing hard enough, or this game looks really easy. They don't understand that it's the 5 minutes of nothing really happening in between 20 or 30 seconds of ultimate panic when you're almost dead and it's going to be like a month's worth of work gone. These are the calms rather than the storms.
Blessings of the light.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 seasons ago, I think it was maybe even 6, it might have been season 6. It was like 4 or 5 hours before the end of the season, and I hadn't managed to achieve everything that I am playing on EU, yes. So it was about 4 or 5 hours before the end of the season, and I hadn't quite achieved everything that I wanted to, which included getting up to GR 70. I was like at GR 66, very uncomfortably at GR 66, and I really wanted to like give it a solid go. So it was pretty much a case of change the entire build at last minute, equip Ancestor's Grace to give me 1 extra cheap death, everything I could to mitigate as much problem as possible, and slow crawling through the GR 70, just like desperately trying to do enough damage fast enough to keep things ahead of the timer. Possibly the most stressful gaming thing I've done, like outside of something like Dead Space or something. Did manage it just with like 30 or 40 seconds to spare. But also it took like every possible death I had along the way at the final fight. Alright, let's get these done. Join my Discord. Ah, great. Yeah, it's there all the time. I'm sure you've used Discord before, so you know that. Yeah, welcome. Stone cold.
I need to go back.
Put some more of these in. Ooh, what am I going to do now? Critical hurt chance and damage, I suppose. And armor for here. Life percent. Life percent for the moment.
Are you ready?
Give me some bracers.
See you soon.
Someday, perhaps.
Ooh,
when I'm rich.
Finally! Right. This is actually good. This means that I now actually do a reasonable amount of damage to bosses. In theory. Time to go hardcore. Ooh. Well, if you want to baby yourself into hardcore, go with a Crusader and aim for like a Thorns build. Because they're basically unkillable. They're designed around getting hit. I know it seems really weird going into a hardcore build with something designed to get punished, but because they're so very tanky, it's a good easing into things. Or go to the complete other extreme and go super hard with a glass cannon mage build of some sort, and then relish in your glorious death, and go again, and relish in your glorious death again, and then go again, and maybe play it a bit safer. Right, where's my build gone? Over here. So I want fire skills, strength, vitality, crit hit chance, and I've got strength, vitality, crit hit chance. Actually, this is pretty damn good for me. So reroll that lightning skills into fire skills is going to be my best benefit. I know it looks like I'm taking a damage drop from using this, but believe me, I'm not. Attack speed's going to drop. That's where that thinks it's coming from. So let's save this in here. Identify everything. Ah, reflex, yeah. Do you
It's been
mean
interesting for me to
just
see all of
gems
these
like
places where
these,
you
or
and
legendary
Nefer
gems? Because I
heard
suppose
so
both
much
come in
about your
time fairly
adventures with
quickly.
Leah and
You can
Kate.
run
I almost feel like I was
really,
there.
really low
They
greater
were
rifts when you get back up to 17 to get your gems
times.
back. Both, fair enough. You do know everything that's in your stash sticks around, right? So you don't have to carry everything on your person at all times. In fact, it's probably advisable not to. Salvage, 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 and salvage. And salvage that as well. Right, how many death breaths? 22. 15 forgotten souls, so I can do a little bit of re-rolling. Fire skills would be nice, and it's got a relatively good chance of coming up as well. Fail. Life per hit is technically better than lightning skills, though. Still better. Fire skills. That's good enough for me at the moment. Area damage. This wanted cooldown reduction. No. Also no. That's resource costs. That's not cooldown reduction. There we go. It's 6%. It's not ideal, but it's fine. So now what are we at? 58.54. I could probably have a permanent uptime of Akarat's champion now. Let's have a look. Because it was very, very close before.
Not ready yet.
Yes. Yes, it very much is. Yeah, I'm definitely above that by a couple of percent. Yeah, 55.5. Thank you for the precise figure. Yeah, I usually have a vague idea, like it's about 55 or it's about 53. But beyond that, I don't pay too much attention to it. The resource cost reduction is totally useless for me, so life per hit is what I'm going for here. Bit more crit hit chance and a bit more strength. Then, should we take these bad boys for a spin?
Brave the rifts, and you will be well rewarded.
I wonder if the first enemy hit includes the bench that was in the way there. Ah, but Wallafreed, you know I play perfectly in all situations.
Patience.
Almost managed to keep a straight face in that. Yeah. We don't need any contingency plannings because everything is perfect.
Bad luck for you, friend. Not yet.
Check my chat. You mean my Discord chat? Alright, I'll do that after this rift.
Not ready yet. Patience.
No, my actual in-game chat. Oh, gosh. Oh, thanks. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you can tell how much I pay attention to the bits outside my peripheral vision now. That.
Not ready yet.
Wow, you must be so pleased. Your enchantress must be beside herself. Troll primals, come on, that's some uber exclusive gear right there. And if you don't want it, I'll take it. That's what it boils down to.
By the light be damned.
Patience.
The most corrupted Ashbringer. 15 Forgotten Souls, yeah. More fuel for the fire.
Not ready yet. Like chaff before the wind. Patience.
I have to say, I really like the addition that the braces have done. I didn't think it was going to be so noticeable. But this is feeling almost like I could just push it straight up to Torment 11 even. But let's ramp it up slowly. As I keep saying, I don't want to overextend too much. Especially because it doesn't actually do anything for my survivability. It's only outgoing damage.
Not yet. I enjoyed that.
So down here.
Not ready yet.
Still need to get my Enchantress something to help her actually live longer than... People are dying off screen randomly. Yeah, get her to survive longer than people just looking in her vague direction. John, if you've not played hardcore before, I would probably just jump straight into adventure mode, because presumably you've gone through that in softcore and the game doesn't really change. It's a slog for no reason really. You can level with adventures. Yeah, that's certainly valid. I do enjoy occasionally going back and playing through the whole story. Usually I try and do it as the speedrun challenge though.
Patience.
I wonder. Yeah, usually I just do a couple of rifts for leveling. I say a couple, lots of rifts for leveling. And sometimes bounty sets, actually, because it can be quite nice to just get sent to different places and mix it up a bit.
Make your peace quickly. Not ready yet.
Next area then.
Patience. Cower before Zakaroon.
Dragon 210. Making some very nice progress there. Oh, now it's got Stone Cold. Hey, I beat him to Stone Cold. That's kind of funny. Considering he's been so much further ahead of me with his Barbarian. Guess he's been having bad luck on his gem upgrades. Or upgrading the wrong gems? Who knows? Thod, 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 thod. Well, that was fine. So I suppose the next thing I need to focus on is getting the Compass Rose, for one thing, and Justice Lantern. Those are the two main other things that I need, because I've got a Traveller's Pledge, but I'm using Restraint and the Wailing Host. Neither of those are particularly good. Convention of Elements can also go in my cube. That's also helpful. I just like keeping in my head what I'm supposed to be gambling for next. All in all, this is going very well this evening. Oh, till that point. It's all ruined now. Hate everything. Let's put these in. There we go. I get so many per thing. I'm obviously punching above my weight at the moment. There we are. So, Katala, I think we're going to start talking jewellery.
Well, isn't that nice?
No, it's not nice. It's not what I wanted.
That is too expensive.
The Stalgard's Decimator is perhaps one of my favourite weapons, actually. Because I remember my very first Barbarian build that used it. And the build concept was very simple. Just all axes all the time. So it was a Frenzy Barb, throwing axes. I had Sash of Knives, which I was pretending were also tiny axes. Tiny straight axes. Yeah, it was just like non-stop axe, 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 axe. slightly worse. Ever so slightly worse. So, it's a bit tricky because they've got cold resist on, but the critical hit chance is down a bit, and I would have to put cooldown on them. Yeah, slightly worse. Very close though. I will keep them so that I can re-roll them at some point in the future if I can find somewhere to put them. Here. Need to start clearing out my focus to go with a restraint. Let's keep one of those each. Why not? There's my spare traveller's pledge for re-rolling later. So we'll salvage up these. And yeah, so there's not really much I can do to get a convention faster. Collect Death's Breath, I suppose. Because as soon as I get some of those, I can upgrade just random rings. Yeah, that's probably reasonable. But for now, straight into another rift, I suppose. Torment 10? Or do I want to bump up to Torment 11? Opinions, everyone? While I catch up on my Discord chat. Beyond Good and Evil 2 has been announced. Wow. I really enjoyed Beyond Good and Evil back in the day. I say back in the day, that actually wasn't that long ago, comparatively. Go away those, don't need those. Right, back over to my dashboard. Okay, right. Yes, Torment 11. We're going to try it. And opinions on Convention of Elements. Just keep gambling. It drops fairly often usually. Yeah. The opinions was whether or not to jump up to Torment 11. But I'm going to try it. If it's super terrible and I get scared, then I can always drop back down. I should have enough escape plans. What else do I need to do? Torment 10 within 6 minutes. Oh, actually, let's do that first. And then Soul of Evil, Torment 10. Yeah, that's fine. Undying 1, Torment 10. That's also fine. Sadia and Adria at Torment 10. They're also fine. Oh, right. No, actually, let's just push through these things one at a time. So, first up, Sadia. Say first up. Yeah, I'll try Torment 11 after I've done all the junk along the way that only requires Torment 10. After all, there's no point in pushing things when I don't need to.
Patience.
Remember, I'm the cautious one. Kind of. Oh, I see you fire chains.
Not yet.
And then, yeah, Soul of Evil and stuff is going to be all of the boxes that I've got in my stash. Should have one of each, so I don't think we need to go and kill the Key Wardens along the way. Should just be fine. Yeah, I think worst case scenario for me is having Prophet run out while I don't notice and then getting one shot. But even then, I've still got one death.
Patience. My mind is my own again.
I'm just curious, by the way, how's everyone finding the stream quality this evening? I had a little mini rant earlier today about how my ISP has oversold capacity in the area, so I'm not getting the bandwidth that I would like. So stream quality is unfortunately capped at 720p, but hopefully it's performing well for everyone.
Not ready yet.
1080p would be better. Yeah, normally it is 1080p. It's only been in the last week that I've had to drop it down to 720, so I am sorry about that. It's a shame because it looks really, really fantastic at 1080. And since you're watching on YouTube, actually, you would have got the whole thing. Those poor folks over on Twitch would have had to suffer still at 720. No, that's fine, Wallafreed. But like, cheers for cheers for keeping it open at least, plumping up my view count.
Now you.
Okay. Anything I'm interested in that Alex has just got? No, I don't think so. Right. Buttons. Oh, cheers, guys. That's nice. So, next for me is Adria. Oh, I find getting to Adria the most pain. More so than the fight itself. Oh, you died. Sorry, I didn't even notice. She's not even much of a distraction at this point. She's just suddenly dead.
Not ready yet.
Well, I suppose the important thing is that, like you guys said, the audio is fine. I know that sounds like a weird thing to be describing as the important thing, but often I find that when it gets bad, everything cuts out. So if the audio is stuttering, then I would know there was an issue.
Like chaff before the wind. Not yet.
Does anyone know if Avaricia is on this season's Conquest? I really should check them out as well. Now that I've got Torment 10 capable character, that starts to become a possibility when you're coming over to the Ruins of Corvus. Or I think my brother's got like a bovine bardish, so I might try and snaffle that off him. Go away. Trying to identify this ring. It might be Convention of Elements. Ring of the Zodiac. Yeah. Not really suitable for me. You could argue that it's better than Rogar's Huge Stone, I suppose. Yeah, I've not had great jewellery drops this season so far. Getting there. Feels like this is the... Felt like until that second this was the right direction.
Patience.
Now, someone was trying to tell me a couple of weeks ago now, I think, that there's actually a pattern to the Ruins of Corvus.
Not ready yet.
But I'll be damned if I can see it. They said it's like there is a loop followed by a half loop, and it follows particular tile sets. So you can tell after running a third of the way around a loop whether or not you're going in the right direction, or if you're going to hit a dead end, or if you're only going to end up where you started.
Nothing stops the crusade.
So that was information for me. It might help someone else in the future.
Not ready yet.
Or maybe they were just trying to make me really stare at the tile set. That's also possible. Adria, I have travelled a long way to kill you. There we go. Raining. Well, that certainly is correct.
I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
So I think I need to do a Torment 10 Rift in under 6 minutes. That it's going to depend a little bit on the content of the Rift. We will do our best though. Probably just salvage all of that up actually. I'll salvage it. I'll keep the obsidian ring. I might find a use for it later. Can think about it off camera anyway. So, Torment 10 Rift in 6 minutes. Let's give this a go.
Many Nephilim have stood where you are now, but you succeeded in overcoming their trials.
Probably shouldn't pick things up if I'm going for speed. Remember that. Me, don't forget. And any monsters would be nice though.
Patience.
I mean, only having blue packs, that's fine, I suppose. It's kind of a nice compromise, actually. Yes, I know, getting distracted. Time and limits and so on and so forth. This is going alright so far, so I feel comfortable.
Not ready yet.
Not going to go for that chest though, I'll come back for it later. Look at me being responsible.
Patience. Blessings of the light.
Would quite like some more packs though. Maybe they're dying off camera a bit.
Yet. By the light be damned.
Hey cat. One of my cats just came in. What do you want, Ori?
Patience.
I have 2 cats, they're called Marcus and Aurelius. And they used to get an extra dinner at 10 o'clock. So now when it gets to 10 o'clock, they still like pushing their luck.
Not ready yet.
Come on, is it food time? It used to be dinner about now. Like, yeah, no one's that stupid.
The crusade marches on.
We remember we changed the rules.
Patience.
Right, it's been 2.5 minutes so far. We're about halfway through.
Not ready yet. Burn in the light.
Doesn't feel like there's a lot of map left.
Not yet.
Okay, let's start making our way up to the next area. Just do some damage to these guys along the way. Oh, hello. Don't want to miss you guys.
Patience. Love it. Cower before Zakarum.
Or you. This is where everyone's been hiding. Look at this horrible party out here.
Not yet.
Okay, well that certainly helped. Alright, next area. I guess I'm not going back for that resplendent chest. That's fine though.
Not ready yet.
It would probably just be disappointment in it anyway.
Burn in the light. Patience.
Is that actually somewhere to go? Kind
Not
of.
yet.
Come on, like a minute and a half left to go.
Not ready yet.
You'll do.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Patience. Be praised. I am returning to town.
Let's go. Turn it in and then come back, pick everything up. Don't you dare. Yeah, awesome. Hup, 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 hup. Grab things.
Not yet.
Continue murder. Honestly, that's probably all the murder I actually needed. Just finished first rift, almost died. Nice. Start how you mean to go on the brink. Do I care about any of this? Maybe a little. That's the stupid justice flail, I think. Alright. Anyway, so crit hit chance, yes. defense. Yes, sure. A little bit of that. Yes. A little bit of this. Identify those bits and read what we're doing next. So next is Sad Machine and the Realm of Terror. Oh, and convert a set item with Kanai's Cube. I suppose I can do that. I don't need to, but I can find something to convert. I think I'll salvage all of those. Yep, don't need any of them. So, get rid of that, get rid of this. This will give me some Forgotten Souls, so I can actually do that conversion. What shall I do? What's this? Gauntlets of Akan? Suppose I could do a Akan bit. Oh no, let's do a bit of Roland's. I've got 2 of these. So, convert set item. Do I have enough Death Breaths? I do. Good. There we go. I only did that because you have to do that. Coincidentally, it gave me a bit I don't have, but I'm not doing a Roland build this season. So, I don't care. I can't remember which one of these is the one that I actually need to do, so we're going to do all of them. That seems sensible. Kadala, jewelry.
Let's see what happens, shall we?
No,
Do come back
no,
again.
no. Do I have enough to upgrade? Possibly.
You have access to
Weird
a
Ward.
wondrous art.
No thanks. So, back to Act 1. And we can bust open that hut behind the healer.
The room has fallen to disgrace.
Hey! I love the whimsy rifts. They're fantastic.
Not yet.
Yeah, this should be fine. Oh, you died again. Yeah, I keep saying I should do something about that.
I'm returning to town.
I don't think I ever will. I think I just like her out of the fight.
Not ready yet.
Well, 2 down, 2 to go.
I need to go back.
So I guess it was the other 2 that I needed to do. But that's fine. I don't even have a Hellfire Amulet this season yet, actually. I'm going to have to make one of those for the season journey as well. Which means a lot more Death Breaths.
Not yet.
There we are, Realm of Terror. I suppose I could have just looked at the title of the thing. Yeah, that would have probably saved me a few seconds. And last one. Hi. Yeah, the stunning feels a bit unfair, considering I'm generally more powerful than he is.
Not ready yet.
Just moving around to get out of a few little bits. There we go, that's all sorted. Star Pauldrons as well. And apparently Soulless. What is Soulless this season? 6 or higher, sure. Yeah, so that was the champion level done as well. Awesome. So on Destroyer, that's up to Torment 12, make a Hellfire Amulet, 1 Conquest. Okay, so now we're at the actual tricky bit that requires people to pay attention. Oh, one more thing for Kanai's Cube. Oh no! Bad luck. Death by Unicorn. Utterly impaled. Alright, let me just drop my brother a message and see how he's doing. He's not in his stream chat, so maybe he's not playing Diablo 3 anymore. We'll see how it goes with a bit of duos if he's up for it. If not, then I suppose we'll just do another couple of rifts. And just while I give him a message, I'm just going to, at a moment to reply to the message, I'm just going to delete a bunch of emails that come in. There we go. Okay, well, while he thinks about that or finishes his own rift, whichever, we can... let's jump into a 47. Not in Parrot, though. Let's just leave it at 47. So this is probably on, like, the upper extremes of what I would try at the moment. Like, we know there's a few situations where I'm definitely on the brink of triggering a death. But at the same time, my damage output is such that if I'm careful and proactively killing things, should be largely fine. As long as I don't stand still in the middle of, like, danger. So, like, that's a good example, killing them off camera. Maybe not the most interesting technique, but it's working for me at the moment. Succubi. Ranged seeking attacks is probably my biggest threat at the moment.
Not yet.
Kind of wish the shield bash could block them or reflect them.
Not ready yet.
Shield bash? I mean blessed shield. I really want to call it shield throw, but I know it's not shield throw.
Patience. Burn in the light. Not yet.
Yeah, these hits take off quite a chunk of health at the moment, even with all the damage reduction, when I've actually got the things turned on. So I dread to think what they would be like if I was not on the ball at the moment.
Not yet.
Bad time to have an itchy nose. Oh, I do apologise.
Patience. Not ready yet. Like
yeah, this is going swimmingly.
Not yet.
On to the next area.
Patience.
Yeah, that increase in damage to the first person hit really does make a large difference to yellow and blue packs. Not so much white, which were basically killed by the first or second hit anyway.
Patience. Akarat be praised.
blue pack.
Not ready yet.
So I'd like to say welcome again to everyone who's been joining the stream this evening. It's been great seeing so many people watching. Do feel free to say hi. Tempted to make your sick hardcore. Oh yeah, definitely do. Yeah. Anyway, guys that have joined, do feel free to say hi. It's great knowing you're all out there, and hopefully you're enjoying yourself. And if anyone does have any questions about the build and such, do feel free to ask. I can even link you to exactly what I've been aiming towards. So you can tell me just where I'm going wrong if you're better at the game than I am, which you probably are.
Not ready yet.
Another outside area.
Not yet. Bad luck for you, friend. Patience. Not ready yet.
So if anyone has played the Condemn build that's currently running around owning the leaderboards at the moment, what's the general tactic with it? Do you just run around and just spam Condemn all the time? Or is there a little more to it than that? Because I had a look at the build profile and seems fairly simplistic. Like kind of Blessed Shield level simplistic. But basically, yeah, okay, cool.
Patience.
Like, do you even wait until you're near bad guys, or do you just spam it all the time and run?
Not ready yet.
Crusader shield, gloves, boots, pants, and a ring. That was pretty good. So we've got another Bane of the Trapped. That's fine. Got Bane of the Stricken. Great. And then I suppose we'll just try and keep it a bit even between them. So another Bane of the Stricken. Sure.
I need to go back. My faith is rewarded.
Use focus restraint with it, so you keep the buff up with the generator, and you spam the envelope crap out of Condemn. Yeah. Fair enough.
Don't be shy.
Rings. Still.
Maybe you can find
That
a
is
use for
too
that.
expensive.
Someday.
Alright, what do we get? Stone of Jaunt, Sublime, Stone, yeah. Is there anything that we care about? No. More on the squishy side in high GRs, so you want to stay mobile. Yeah, that's fair enough. Speak from experience. Yeah, well, you play softcore. So, yeah, if you're saying it's squishy, I know you pushed it to its limit. Whereabouts am I with everything? 8, 12, okay. How much do I need for reforging legendaries? Is it just 10 or is it 50? It's 50, of course it is.
Not yet.
Guess we're saving up Forgotten Souls next. However, I do kind of want to tick off that next thing on the objectives. So let's put this in my cube. Since I can. Maybe I should put something better than Rogar's in. So extract legendary power. Ta-da, level 20. So another 20 to go before the season is out. We've got plenty of them though. Gem-wise, what could I do? I could do Haunt of Vaxo. I don't stun anything at the moment. No, let's do Obsidian Ring. Resource spending attack. Blessed Shield. Does that count now that it has no cost? Probably not. So that's no use either. What's that doing there? Go away. Eternal Union? I think I already put that in, but that's even more useless. Creed's Flame? Yeah, I could put... No, that's also useless. That's also useless. God, do I have no useful gems? Jewelry of any sort? Apparently not. Fine. So, another GR47.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
Almost forgot to put Agarat's champion on there. That could have been very, very embarrassing. Whenever you get into a rift, you should always think pop, pop, pop. As in, like, pop your buffs. Because you've probably got a few of them. For me, at the moment, it's pop, pop. I suppose it could be pop, pop, pop if I was also doing Iron Skin, although I tend to use that more as a mobility skill at the moment.
Not yet. Nothing stops the crusade.
Nightmarish Hive Mothers. Barely even saw them on the screen.
The crusade marches on.
Okay. Convention of Elements for Unity just to aid in some survivability. I suppose it is another 50% DR, yeah.
Not ready yet.
And you still thought it was squishy. Right.
The crusade marches on. Not yet.
Yeah, whatever. Play to have fun. You don't play to be rank 1. Well, I don't play to be rank 1.
Patience. Sephiroth favors me. Make your peace quickly. Not yet.
Trundle, trundle. Almost finished this area. It's gone very fast, this one. What do we have down here?
Patience. Cower before Zakarum.
Ha, yeah. Top 10. Gosh, if you're even considering that as the I'm not even good enough. I tend to think I'm not even good enough to be on the leaderboards. That's where my base mark for not even good enough is.
Patience. Make your peace quickly.
Straight on to the next area, sure.
Not ready yet. Not yet. Had enough. Patience.
Yeah, there's definitely been a power creep involved, hasn't there? I mean, it's nice that everything is kind of like got builds that are around about the same sort of level, but it certainly seems like people are having an easier time getting up there.
Not yet. Patience.
Come on, game. We're basically there. Just give me the Rift Guardian. Bring him out.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Don't need to pick up those at all, but whatever. Awesome. 3 minutes 50. Yeah, that certainly was fast. Nice little haul as well.
Yes.
So speak to Urshi. We might get lucky and get all of these up to 40. That would be really nice. I'm Unfortunately, Alex beat me to gemming in the name of the Lord, and I think he was really pushing for that,
To go back.
based on the fact that I beat him to Stone Cold. Well, congrats to him anyway. He is pushing much higher GRs than me as well. Right, what do we have here? Tazalite, no. Band of Hollow, don't care. Ancient Realms, also don't care. Another Gerfalcon's Foot. Interesting. How does this one compare? Very similarly, but ultimately not quite as good. Because the resource cost could be rolled into a socket temporarily, I suppose, and then rolled into something else, but then I'm stuck with cooldown on it, which is not what I want. The damage is ever so slightly lower. Yeah, that's just not great. Ooh, how does this compare? This is nice. I like this. I can work with this. So reroll bombardment damage into cooldown. Let's start trying to do that a bit. And spend all of my Forgotten Souls again. Oh, an Ancient Shield of Fury. It's nice, but also no. Enchant. Drink. So, bombardment damage. And it's an even better cooldown. Gosh, that's now just plain better. So I lose the thorn damage. Really don't care. Let's change how this looks, because it needs to look like nothing. So, Vanishing Die. And then go save that into the build. Nice. So this one can now sit with my reroll stack along with everything else. Might transform it into another part of the thing. Gerfalcon's Foot, that needs to go down in my reroll stack down there. Everything else, I'll keep that. Swap it for this one. Salvage. Salvage. There we go. Right, jewelry. Oh, I suppose I could have kept that stupid ring that haunts nearby enemies. That might have been worthwhile.
Hello there. Do come back again.
It would have been a very
Someday,
short-term
perhaps,
thing though, so
when I'm
probably not
rich.
worth the expenditure. Couple more Paragon points put in. There we go. There, here, and here. And that's pretty good. I'm feeling very good about how well tonight has gone. Right, I'm sorry to call it a little bit early this evening, but that's going to be the end of the stream. Yeah, we've been going for quite a few hours now. What is it? Almost 3 hours. Yeah, normally I like going to about 11 o'clock, but I've had an exhausting day at work, so I'm going to be calling it a little bit early. Thanks very much for coming along. It's been fantastic having you here. I do, of course, try and do this every Thursday. If you can't make Thursdays always, there's also Monday night streams that go out, although they tend to be a little less interactive because normally they're recording for YouTube video series later, and also they're in co-op with my brother, so there's a lot of chat back and forth with him. Sometimes there's also Sunday streams. That really depends on my availability. It's not guaranteed. Thursdays aren't even guaranteed, but yeah, it's best if you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if your streaming service of choice has that as an option, and then you'll be told when I go live, pretty much as I do. Also, feel free to join the Discord channel. I tend to post announcements in there about what my upcoming plans are, if they're differing from the norm. So normally it's just a case of Thursday stream is going to be X or Y. So yeah, do swing past. Link should be somewhere in the chat that scrolled past, or probably just below the video. Again, just depending on which streaming service you're on. But yeah, thanks for coming along, everyone, and I shall catch you next time.